Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to airbrushing a mirror reflection. This is the one we're going to be airbrushing in tonight's video. Now I'll give you a little talk through what I've done off camera, the bits we're using, brush we're going to use. This one's going to be real time as well, it's not going to be a time lapse, so you're going to get to see it real time. Now I projected the image up and the image is on there and it's very small, so the new glasses are coming out for this one. The actual size of the image is 110mm by 135mm. So that's the size we are working on. So this is right in detail. So it gets you working your trigger very minimum. So I like to go from big pieces right down to small, just to keep me on point with the trigger. Now what I've done is projected it up, because this has got a background. You can see here on the actual image you've got sort of her reflection in a broken piece of mirror, and then you've got like a blurred background. It looks like a field type setting because you've got some little sharp pieces coming, which looks like strands of like straw or whatever coming up at the back, and her hands reflecting on here and her face. So what I did, I projected it up, then I got some application tape, low tack, which can go over your paper like that. That's the test piece at the side, and you can peel that off. So I cut a small piece of that out, placed it onto the paper and went round the hand and the mirror, and then chopped that out, and I've placed that over the image, and I've got the other parts of the penciled image behind that already done. So we're just shielding off her face, the mirror and the hand, so we can work the background first. We can go straight in, work the background, and then I can peel the internal off, background's complete, and then we can concentrate on the middle one. That's how I'm going to do it. Now paints, we're using two for this, the FW inks. We've got Payne's grey and we've got a black. The mixing ratio I'll stick up in the screen now. So that's the mixing ratio we're using, and that's what these bottles are basically decanted at. But what I'll be doing is I'll be thinning this down again with isopropanol. I'll be dropping loads more iso in it and really washing this out, so we can go with like one tone of the Payne's grey, really thin it out so it's very light. And then what I can do is I can just add droplets in and just start to bring the tone back up that way and just bring it up. We'll do the same with the black. The black's really thinned out because you'll find with FW black it can be a little bit grainy. So put your agitators in, give them a real good shake before you start, and as I say, always test to the sides. That's what we're going to do. My shields, I'm using the new set of shields. Now these are going to be available very soon. These ones are in acetate, so these ones work out a little bit more expensive than the Malar ones, because these ones are good because you can see straight through them. You can just wipe these down. I'll demo that now. I had a set of these in the Malar, and I find the Malar, you get like the light coloured Malar, you can't see through it. But the beauty of these is you can wipe these ones down. This is 2K thinners on this kitchen towel. And then you've got a see-through shield again, which is really handy because with the see-through you can see where you're going before you spray. And that's why I wanted to go for these ones more than the Malar ones where they're like a milky type white. So I can just wipe these down before I start. You do this after every airbrush session, just get your shields and give them a wipe off like that. Then they're going to last, and then they're nice and clean for the next time you use them. So these ones will be available. There's going to be 4 in the set. You're going to get these 3 small, because I've been testing them on pieces of artwork. You get your 3 small like this, and then there'll be 1 slightly bigger, and that one will be perfect for coming round long pieces of the faces on the jaw lines and things like that, because these are basically sort of hand size, so they're perfect for going round eyes, round the lips, round the nose, round the tips of fingers and things like that. They're perfect for that, these 3 shapes. But then the next one will be one slightly bigger one in the set. So it'll be 4 to the set, and they'll be in the acetate. So it's a better, it just feels a better product, and it cleans up a lot easier than the Maylare ones. So that's what's going to be coming up. Cleaning products, I've got 2K thinners mixed with water, like a 50-50. I've got water and I've got ISO ready to go. The brush, no, we're not using the H&S, we are using an Iwata. We're using the custom Micron Takumi. We're going to give this a run. This is on a 018, nice and closed up front end, so it brings you nice and close. Very nice brush to use on detail pieces. Running low pressure. Yeah, that's all I can say about the Micron. It's going to do the job. So we're going to run that one. Reference, I'll be working from the tablet. This one's going to be live, so you get to see it all happening. So let's move in closer and crack on. Right guys, we're going to make a start. Just getting the paint flowing right. We'll go with that. Now I've thinned this out, straight out the bottle. Thinning it out, we're going to start this background. So we've got a light pass over the top. Just a little bit more sort of blurry along this edge, like that. Just give that a little tone. Backing off with the brush, like that. We've got a bit in here. We'll just do a little pass in here. Work this a little bit darker down here. There's a couple of little white sort of strands coming across. I'm just going to buzz them in with a Posca paint pen at the end. I've cut out a couple of pieces here for them 2 strands that come up. Just build this up. Got this dark pass here. Same this side. About that of paint. Just darken this out. And just start to fade this out. A little bit under here. There's a couple of little bits of dark coming down here. like that, and there's some like little, look like little whispery type bits. Just going to do some little passes around here. Just to create that look. That'll do. That looks similar. A little bit more here. What I'm going to do for them little bits that come across, just going to get a bit of wire. Just hold a bit of wire across, just to give it that look. Like that. It gives it that little bit. There's another one there. It kicks that way. Let's do a little one there. And there's one that comes from the hand here. That'll do. There's one off the mirror, this here, just here. It kicks down. Like that. That'll do. Another little one here that's just slightly bending up. Just bend some wire, press it to the, just give that look. That's all you need. So that's the background. A little bit darker on this. I'm just going to blur that up a bit more here now. And then what I can do is I can just remove these little bits here. That's them two. One's got a very slight tint at the bottom of it. We'll just drop a little bit over there. At the top. That'll do. That's the background. We can remove this now. And then we've got the centre. Now I have got on this part of the finger penciled over the top, so if I need to cut that out to sharpen between these two bits, I can do. It's not an issue. Let's go a little bit more paint, bit of ISO. get this. Thinned out. Right, we're going to start on this eye. Just start to work this eye in. Pull that through. It's just not running right. You can just tell. Let's just give that a little blast. That might be better. That's better. Nice and thin mix. Just buzz over with this and sketch it out. Start to build it up. Like that, just nice and light. You get the paint mix right, running low pressure, and you can hit these tiny little dagger strokes. Build it up. get some shields. We'll just start to work this in down here. Some wire here, just hold some wire up. Got some proper random patterns in here. Do a random. Can always add some of these real bright highlights with a Posca. It'll be fine. A little bit down this bit here. A little bit more there. No. Right, move on to the lips. Nice thing about this trigger on this micron, you can literally just nudge it when you've got the paint right. Like that. A little sharper there. As you can see, we're just working down, working around it. Nice and light. I'm just going back over, darkening things off. We'll drop the POS screen on them bits. Round it up. got this bottom part of the up. Darker here. And just work these little sections at a time and you'll get round it. Right, start to come up this hand. Let's get a tone in here. Let's do some random. A little bit just here, over this. And the side of the thumb. Drop a little shade on that one. Well, we got some. Round. I'm not talking much, but you can see what I'm doing, just sort of just sketching it out very, very lightly. Then we can just go back over it a bit and just start to darken bits out. Got the little tiny highlights now with the Posca. It's a little bit easier to get in with that. With this real thin mix, you really got to build it up. Put some bits down here. Tone that in a bit more there. Some more in here. Just start to knock it back now. It's not coming out bad, is it? A bit dark on this eye. Tiny little dagger strokes. Just do some randomness in here. Drop some bits in with the Posca on that bit. Some little tiny eyelashes coming down. Darken it out now. Right, we'll just get a bit of a Posca on the go. Just get these little bits in place. Something like that. there. Let's go darker down this edge. Down here. Just get the dark in there, then when you put your highlight in, it will pop the highlight so you can see it. Out of paint. It's got a little bit dark on the Payne's grey. Some darker bits around here. Like that. Drop your dark in, and then when you pop your highlight next to it, it'll pop. It'll just sharpen it up. And you'll see it. Really need a good straight there. And it. like that. Job done. I'm going to go with that. A little bit in there and smudge it, a little bit there. A little bit more white in the eye. A little bit above these. Cut into them. Bring them hairs out. Mine's a bit more random here. It's not exactly the same, but it looks like, when you look at the whole picture together, job done. Yeah, I think that'll do. That's not bad going. So we've got it down. It's not bad. I've just took my glasses off and I cannot see anything now. Just sort of darkening bits off. A little bit darker in here. I think that'll do. Some little darker bits in here. Eyebrows are a little bit more thicker. And a bit darker. I'm just going around, just making little bits. Really running out of air pressure now, it's gone really low. We'll get it down. A bit more there. A little bit darker here. Like that. We're going to go with that. We'll do a little unmasking. This is where it rips the paper. Oh no, we're good. I actually went in with the masking tape and just rubbed it over my knee. Stuck it to my knee a couple of times. There we go. We got it down. That's actually a bit of masking, I think. Yeah, so that's the picture down, guys. Looks quite nice now. It's been... We'll just pop them highlights out again. There's a few little There's one there. Let's give that a little, just give it some little bits. There's one sort of very faint there. You can just keep adding and popping them out. I think that'll do. Yeah. So there you go, guys. We got it down in the end. Very small piece when you're thinking how sort of big that is. I know it's 1/30, but that's the whole area. And then when you come in on that face and the bits, they are very small. When you go up, it's like under a thumbnail, that eye, and you're trying to get them little tiny little hairs and the eyelashes and things like that. But thin you paint down, the Takuma just works really well. Really does on the trigger. I'll just give it a little clean. It was low pressure in the end because the tank was running out and I could tell the pressure was going down and down and down. And I didn't want to turn the compressor on, I should have been hearing a noise. But we had enough air left in the tank to do it. So a nice one to do, nice one to go in on for dialing in your trigger. Just going in and just getting down on your minimal trigger. And these brushes, these like detail brushes, this, you've seen the one I did on the new Infinitec. They just do it. They really do hit these real fine details when you get your paint dialed in and your air pressure. So a quick blast through, and you're using very little paint. You really are to do these pieces. Minimal paint, because you're really thinning it out and sort of building the layers up. At one point I was putting the paint down, it was, you can hardly see it. Very, very light. So that's that cleaned out. Just give it a blast through, bubble back. That's clean. So I hope you enjoyed the video, picked up something in this sort of straight in an airbrush. We used the application tape to shield it off, to shield the glass part, her face and the hand off. And I did draw over the application tape. I could have chopped it and made all this thumb a lot sharper, but I just went in with the shields and then a lot of it like freehand going round and got it down. So drop your comments, tell me your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one, which will probably be A3, because we'll probably go back up to big size. And then when you go back up to big size, when you practice and hone your skills in on small stuff like this and tighten up your details and get your trigger working on small stuff, when you go to big stuff, you'll find it a lot easier to put details in because you've got more room to work. If you're working on an eye that small and getting details in, and then you go up to an eye that big, it just feels so nice to go, oh, I've got loads of room to work. It's just all spread out. So practicing both is key. It's good, guys. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.